Good morning, children. Last class we learned up to this derivation, that is integrated rate law for zero order reactions. Up to this derivation over. So next, examples for a zero order reaction. So this is the book back question. Give example for the zero order reaction. For a zero order reaction, 3 examples are given. First example, first reaction, H2 react with Cl2 gives HCl. Photochemical reactions between H2 and I2. Photochemical reactions between H2 and Cl2. Wrongly given Cl2. So, what do you mean by zero order? The rate of the reaction does not depend reactant concentration, means that is called as zero order. The rate of the reaction does not depend reactant concentration, means that is called as zero order. In this reaction, in this first example, the reactants are H2 and Cl2. The rate of this reaction does not depend H2 and Cl2. In this reaction, the rate is only depend this light H nu. H nu means what? Energy. E is equal to H nu. E means energy. That means the rate depend only this energy, light. That energy is obtained from light. In presence of light only this reaction is possible. So only the rate does not depend H2 and Cl2. Rate does not depend reactant, means that is called zero order reaction. So first example, H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Why this reaction is example for zero order? Because this H2 and Cl2 won't influence the rate of the reaction. Energy only affect the rate of the reaction. So the rate depend only energy, not reactant. So the rate of the reaction does not depend reactant. So this is the example for zero order. Second one, decomposition of N2O. Gives means decomposition means splitting. So this compound splitted into N2 and half O2. N2 and half O2. Decomposition, that is splitting. The rate of the reaction does not depend N2O here, because the decomposition takes place in hot platinum surface only. On hot platinum surface only the decomposition takes place. So the rate does not depend N2O, it depends only hot platinum surface. So this is the second example. Like the third example, this reaction also depend acidic medium. So iodination of acetone. Iodination means what? Addition of iodine. Addition of iodine to acetone. CH3CO CH3 means acetone. So iodination of acetone in acid medium is zero order with respect to iodine. So this is the third example for zero order reaction. So this is one of the book back question. So read carefully. Next question, half-life period of a reaction. Half-life period of a reaction. This is also actually book back question. Fourth question, define half-life period of a reaction. Half-life of a reaction. That is the question. For that you have to write from here to here. What do you mean by half-life period? The half-life of a reaction is defined as time required for the reactant concentration to reach one half of its initial value. That means initially if you are taking 100 grams of the substance, means if it is a radioactive substance, means it will emit rays, then the mass is reduced from 100 gram, that is 99. If it is emit rays, means the mass is decreased, 99, 98, 97, like that. Half-life period means time required for reactant concentration to reach half of its value. That means time required for convert 100 gram to 50 grams. If you are taking 100 gram means some time is needed for converting that 100 gram to 50 gram while emitting rays. That required time is called as half-life period. So the half-life of a reaction is defined as time required for what? Time required for the reactant concentration to reach one half of its initial value. If you are taking initially 100 gram means for converting to 50 gram, how much time required means that is called as half-life of a reaction. In your book back question, it contains two parts. First part, they ask definition. Define half-life of a reaction. Second part, show that for first order reaction, half-life is independent of initial concentration. That means this derivation they asked. Show that first order reaction half-life is independent of initial concentration. For that you have to take rate constant for first order reaction. Rate constant for first order reaction, that is given by K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log A naught by A. This is the rate constant for first order reaction, where we have studied in page number 213, third equation. K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log A naught by A. So that only taken here. So this is the rate constant for first order reaction. In this reaction, you have to substitute T is equal to T half, because T means time, any time. Here we have taken the time is what? For completion 50%. For completing 50%, the required time is called as T half. So instead of T, you have to put T half, and like that concentration of A is equal to A0 by T. That means concentration of A0 means at initial stage concentration of A. Concentration of A means at any time, at particular time, concentration of A. Here we are assume that concentration of A is equal to half of its initial volume. This is initial concentration. Half means divided by 2. Half of its initial concentration, that is concentration of A. So in this equation, we have to substitute T is equal to T half and concentration of A is equal to concentration of A0 by 2. K is equal to 2.303 divided by, instead of T, you have to substitute T half log A0 divided by, instead of A, you have to substitute A0 by 2. K is equal to 2.303 divided by T half log A0, concentration of A0 into 2 by A0 concentration. This can be written like this. Both A naught cancelled means finally we will get only 2. So log same A0, this divide converted into what? Multiplication means this value should be reciprocal. So it should be right 2 by A naught. Both A naught are cancelled means the remaining 2 only present. So only here log 2. Log 2 value is 0.3010. So K is equal to 2.303 into log 2 value 0.3010 divided by T half. If you are multiplying these two value means finally you will get 0.6932 divided by half. If you rearrange the equation means T half goes that side means T half is equal to K comes this side means 0.693 divided by K. So finally we got T half is equal to 0.6932 divided by K. Very important equation. Usually by using this formula, problem will come. Okay, so please read this formula carefully. So this is the answer for this second part question. Show that the first order reaction, this is the first order reaction half-life, this is the first order reactions half-life is independent of initial concentration. That means this formula does not contain any concentration terms. So this first first order T half value does not depend concentration. It is independent of initial concentration. Show that first order reaction half-life period is independent of initial concentration because this equation does not contain any concentration term. So only first order half-life period is independent of initial concentration. So this is the another derivation. Next, let us calculate the half-life period for zero order reaction. In our previous page, we learned half-life period for first order reaction. Now we are going to learn half-life period for zero order reaction. For our previous question, we took the first order rate constant K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log A naught by A naught. K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log A naught by A naught. For first order reaction, we took first order rate constant equation like that. For zero order, we should take rate constant for zero order reaction. K is equal to concentration of A0 minus concentration of A divided by T. We got this equation from page number 215. From page number 215, K is equal to A0 minus concentration of A divided by T. So that equation is only taken here. The same as usual, here also you should substitute T is equal to T half and concentration of A is equal to A0 by 2. So concentration of A0 minus, instead of A0 by 2 divided by T half. 1 minus half, half. Like that, A0 minus A0 by 2 means A0 by 2 into T half. If you rearrange the equation brain, T half is equal to A0, concentration of A0 divided by 2K. Again, I am explaining the same question. So the question is what? Calculate the half-life period for zero order reaction. Calculate half-life period for zero order reaction. For that, you have to take rate constant for zero order reaction. K is equal to A naught by A concentration of A naught minus concentration of A divided by T. In this equation, you have to substitute T is equal to T half and concentration of A is equal to concentration of A naught by 2. Reason already I explained. K is equal to concentration of A naught minus, instead of concentration of A, you have to substitute concentration of A naught by 2. So instead of A, you have to substitute concentration of A naught by 2 divided by, instead of T, you have to substitute T half. That is equal to 1 minus half, half. Like that, 1 concentration of A naught minus half concentration of A naught is equal to A naught by 2. Concentration of A naught minus concentration of A naught by 2 is equal to concentration of A naught by 2. That is similar to what? 1 minus half is equal to half. So concentration of A naught by 2 divided by T half. It can be written like this: concentration of A naught by 2 into 1 by T half. That means concentration of A naught divided by 2 into T half. If this equation is rearranged, means that means T half is goes that side and K comes here, means you will get T half is equal to A naught divided by 2K. So this is the half-life period for zero order reaction.